Our fourth guy of the four that we're going to look at later round picks of quarterbacks, Kyle McCord, 6'3", 220 pounds. What did you see with McCord?
Well, there's two things. First of all, McCord, this is against when he's at Ohio State last year against Notre Dame. He can make all the throws now. He's a 6'3", 220-pound guy, and like the rest of the guys, very experienced. Now, here's what he does poorly. He locks on. So you're going to see Pittsburgh does a nice job of showing cover two, but actually being in a two-man where they're going to have two safeties and then man coverage underneath. Again, you're going to see here at 6'3", 230, he can really throw the ball from the pocket. He's not much of a guy who improvises. He's not much of a guy who's going to throw off schedule or throw from different arm angles, but he is a guy who can make all the throws. And you see there, he had a bunch of picks against Pitt, and what he does is he locks in. And that usually means he's processing what he sees, and then when the defense changes, he's not doing a great job of after the snap. However, when you watch this guy this year at Syracuse, I watched a bunch of throws in the last couple of days. He plays really well and makes a lot of NFL throws, the outs, the digs, the deep bang eights where over the middle of the field. Those NFL throws off of deep drops, a lot of what Kevin Stefanski likes. So this is a guy who I think can be very good. All four of these guys have a lot of experience and played a lot of college football. And you can see with Jaden Daniels, Caleb Williams, guys who have had some success, especially Jaden Daniels, that experience is important when you get to the NFL. That's the old Bill Parcells model. You got to play some college football to be good in the NFL, and I agree with that.
Yeah, the concern obviously is with the processing, because that's a key. You have to be able to process, you have to be able to make decisions, you have to be able to do it quickly. And that was when McCord struggled, as you pointed out, those were the things he struggled with.
Well, yeah, when you watch him on film, the thing I see is that, like, on that particular play, if he thinks it's cover two, that's a really good thought process, because the corner to that bottom side drops, and then he feels like he's going to be able to work off that linebacker. And he would be if he doesn't lock in. So if he just keeps his eyes down the middle of the field, we always talk about keeping your eyes down the middle of the field so those guys can't anticipate where you're going. I just think he's got to learn to use his eyes to manipulate. He's got to understand that in the NFL, you're going to get a lot of post-snap stuff that's different than pre-snap. Those are things you can learn, though. Can't teach arm strength. He can make all the throws. He's got pretty big hands. He steps into his throws. He's a guy who's got some weight on him, so he can take the beating that he'll get at the NFL level. I don't know. I just think he's a guy. When I look at my chart, he's a guy that is kind of creeping up more and more because of what you watch on film.